All right, so this is my favorite part of my job. I get to talk about wine. Unfortunately, I don't get to drink it on air, but lo and behold, I'll have a glass after we're done. You know that. Okay, so today, the story I love about what I love about most about today's story is that it's not only about wine, but it's about entrepreneurialism and about finding a need that had to be filled. And man, did these people go out and do it. Bruce and Pam Boring with us right now, the founders of the California Wine Club. And I love the notion that you're out there, you're trying to find great wines, you want them to show up at your doorstep once a month, Bruce, but unfortunately, the right ones weren't coming, were they?
No, no, but by the way, thank you for having us on. We appreciate it. Happy holidays to you. Yeah, we back in the late 1980s, we were having a rotten time trying to find wine, good wine, for a nice dinner or some friends are coming over for a party or whatever. And we'd go to the bottle shops, or we'd go to the grocery store and we'd look at, oh gosh, hundreds, maybe thousands of labels, and you never really knew what to purchase.
Right.
You go by the pretty label, you go by the price, and
Right.
more times than not, we'd end up coming home and having a bottle of wine that we just couldn't drink, and we'd end up pouring it down the drain. So that's sort of I guess, frustration when it got started.
Right, and
Back in those days.
it's a frustration of a lot of people too. That you walk into a wine store now, there's so many of them, and as you pointed out, so many of them are small artisanal type places. So Pam, why then make the decision to just do the small wines? Because 9 times out of 10, people grab the bottle, the label they know, right? The Mondavis, the Caymus, things like that.
Well, that's a very good point. But with the smaller artisanal wineries, they they usually have a more of a hands-on, passionate approach. The products usually quite frankly better than some of the bigger people, and because they're not well distributed and not well known, that was my goal to bring those types of products to our customers. So probably because they couldn't get them in their own backyard.
Right.
Again,
Right, and I was out there recently myself and fell in love with the smaller vineyards, and their wines are so, it almost tastes like they made each bottle themselves, one at a time. The attention to detail, I suppose, is much easier when you're only making a couple cases, right?
Yeah, that's a very good point. Most of the wineries that we feature probably produce between 15,000 cases per year. That's it. Compared to, oh gosh, Robert Mondavi or Gallo or whatever, they'll produce millions of cases per year, and there's many out there that produce 200, 300, 400,000 cases a year. So it's a passion industry. It's probably the best industry we've ever been associated with. They're very hardworking.
Yes.
Basically farmers. They want to take themselves back to the land, and they want to make the best bottle of wine they can. And
Yeah, there's so much passion in it, and you don't. I mean, here in New York, Wall Street, you don't see that same kind of passion when people go to work every day as you do out there. So yeah. So Pam, tell us how you decide which vineyard is going to be your wine of the month.
Well, we do a lot of tasting. A lot of tasting. Right now we have, I probably got 36 bottles of wine sitting here at my home tasting area, and we try a lot of wine, and we turn down a lot of wine too. So we like to think of ourselves as kind of the middleman between our customers getting a good bottle of wine and not getting a bad bottle of wine. So it's through we've got a reputation now of getting a lot of people, wineries chasing us down, wanting us to be featured because they like the exposure to the area. So it's a lot of hard tasting, tough job. Huh?
Yeah, it's a hard job. Someone's got to do it, I suppose. So Pam, how many members do you have at this point?
Oh, at this point, I would say 15,000 members. And being that it's our holiday season, it's probably going to increase by 2,000 or 3,000 members during the month of December, which is wonderful for us.
Wait, did you say 15,000?
Yes.
Actually, Tracy, after Christmas, the ranks could swell. We're probably going to do probably 25,000 shipments in the month of January, just because of all the holidays with it.
Oh my goodness. Now, but there are a lot of wine clubs out there. I mean, you can go to wine.com and get on theirs. I mean, there are plenty of them. Why do you think yours is so popular? Is it because of the small artisanal aspect of it?
Without a doubt. That was probably the smartest thing we ever did. We were trying to find, if we're going to start a wine club, excuse me, how should we do it? And so let's just feature the small family wineries, and that's turned out to be the boom for us. And a lot of wines that are out there now are considered private label or bulk wine and that type of thing. These are real working wineries that are out there that are making wines for their customers, and they're not somebody down in Los Angeles or San Francisco trying to run a bunch of different wines together to make something happen. These are the real McCoys.
But you do have your signature series with the rare and highly decorated bottles. It is $125 a month. What kind of wines end up in that?
Well, how I got started was a suggestion by our customers. One of our customers a few years ago, she said, when you're out there finding these little small boutique wineries for your customers, don't you occasionally run across some very rare and high-end wines that have got a lot of metals and write-ups but not very many made? And the answer was, of course, we do. And she said, well, why don't you feature those in a upper level club? So we featured Signature Series. And these wines are just, they're covered with metals. They've got a lot of high ratings. They've only made, most of the time, between 1 and 300 cases have all been made. And
Wow.
so that's more or less, we say that's a gift for the connoisseur or the collector on your holiday gift list.
Oh, that is really cool.
Yeah,
All right, let's talk about this month's gift right now. So, and I have it in front of me here. It's packaged beautifully in the styrofoam, so the bottles will make it no problem. Tell us about the vineyard that you chose for this month.
Well, this is Dan Gayers. He's an extraordinary winemaker in the San Ynez Valley, up in the Santa Barbara County area. That's a growing region not many people know about, but it's gaining quite a reputation. And we're featuring 2 wines from Dan, and one was a Chenin Blanc, which is a wine that is recovering. About 20 years ago, it was kind of known as a sweet wine. He reinvented it, and now it's a dry white wine. It's just incredible. And we paired that along with a Merlot from Dan's vineyard. And it's interesting to say, when he released these wines 6-7 months ago, they took medals in about the first 4 or 5 competitions, one right after the other.
Wow.
And I think the Merlot already has 3 or 4 gold medals and a couple of silvers, and the Chenin Blanc has a couple of golds and some silvers and bronze. So it's a nice pairing.
Included with your gift is this little uncorked, this little holiday issue that you wrote, and I guess it comes with every monthly shipment. And I love that. You get to tell the story about the vineyard, because I think that almost makes the wine that much greater, right? When I know the history behind it and the story behind it coming from the vintner.
Absolutely. I think that's one of our secrets to success, is that
Right.
you don't just get the wines blindly. You get this 12-page newsletter with we follow court, and you get all the stories about the winery people, the family. We throw in the pictures. We also have maps and recipes that the wineries create for the wines. And it's going to be kind of a fun magazine that kind of gives you a little insight of what's happening in the California wine scene. So it's meant to be a lot of fun as well. It reads very, very easily. We try not to get too sophisticated and make it a fun magazine.
Well, I think it is an awesome idea. I bet you do really well this holiday, because there are so many wine lovers out there now, and I think a lot of them want to try new and different things. Pam, before I let you guys go, tell everyone how they can sign up, or better yet, send to somebody else.
Well, they can go to our website, which is www.cawineclub.com. They can call our 800 number, which is 1-800-777-4443. And we have just a wonderful group of ladies and gentlemen waiting to take their phone call and help them with any gifts that they'd like to send. We're ready. Let's pick up the phone.
I think, kudos to both of you. You found a niche, you found a need, you filled it. It is a tough job, I understand. Someone has to do it. Bruce and Pam Boring, happy holidays. Thank you so much for taking the time to be with us.
Thank you. Happy holidays to you.
Thank you. All right, you guys, send somebody you love some wine. I'll see you next week.